The blossoming romance between Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist has probably captivated any respectable spectator of The Golden Bachelor. From the start, their relationship was genuine and easygoing, and they had great chemistry. They shocked their fans by breaking up so suddenly, leaving them to wonder what went wrong. What Theresa said when she recently spoke about the real reasons behind her and Gerry's split may shock you. If you want to know what led up to their breakup, you have to watch this video all the way through. Viewers immediately warmed up to 71-year-old bachelor Gerry Turner after he started dating again after his wife died. His genuine nature and abundance of kindness won him the admiration of many. His rapport with Theresa Nist, a 70-year-old woman, was the showstopper, though. There was a growing sense of the special connection between Gerry and Theresa throughout the season. Their bond deepened throughout the season, and viewers wanted them to have a happy conclusion. However, a surprising event transpired afterwards. Even though they were quite close, Gerry and Theresa ultimately chose to part ways. Their breakup surprised many, and many were curious as to why. Before Theresa came out with the details of their breakup, no one knew what was truly going on behind the scenes. In a recent exclusive interview, Theresa expressed her views. It wasn't just a lack of chemistry or desire, she said. There were other factors as well. Sarah and Gerry loved each other deeply, but they were extremely different people with completely different aspirations for the future. They loved one another very much, yet they couldn't stay together because of their differences. Theresa raised an important point on the speed of their relationship. After losing his wife after a long marriage, Gerry was understandably wary about getting into another committed relationship. Neither the depth of his emotions nor the challenges of beginning afresh were known to him, so he was afraid to go in. However, Theresa was prepared to accept love and press on. With her own obstacles overcome, she was ready to experience joy once more. They disagreed on whether to advance their relationship, which led to tension. Theresa wanted more from Gerry than just an understanding. She wanted to know what was going on in his head. Unlike Gerry, who wasn't quite ready to settle down, she was. Their expectations were so different that it caused them to grow apart. The two were obviously quite close, but Theresa had to accept the fact that their future goals were incompatible. Gerry had no intention of giving her what she wanted. The emotional baggage that both partners brought into the relationship was a major contributor to their eventual split. Aware of how her own struggles had affected her perspective on love and her ability to forgive, Theresa finally spoke out about it. She tried her hardest, but she just couldn't be with Gerry because of the hurts from her past. She tried to improve herself, but she still couldn't give Gerry the full attention he needed in their relationship because of these mental obstacles. There were emotional weights that everyone had to bear, and Gerry was no exception. Even though it had been a long time since his wife died, he was still confused about how he felt about Theresa. Despite his deep affection for her, he found it difficult to commit to her in the way she needed. Their relationship deteriorated as a result of his emotional withdrawal. Constant attention was too much for them, so they broke up. The Golden Bachelor is a reality dating show, so viewers watch as real relationships progress under the microscope. Millions of people tuned in to see everybody's dates and private chats. When Gerry and Theresa attempted to save their relationship for the cameras, things took a turn for the worst. Theresa said it became too much to handle, what with the high expectations of the audience and having to keep up a consistent performance for the occasion. They needed some distance to figure out if they could survive without the attention because their relationship was riding on so many emotions. She stressed that Theresa and Gerry do not harbor resentment toward one another despite their breakup. Having the highest regard for one another, they are cordial and pleasant with one another. They probably were just not a good fit for each other. The love they shared endures even when relationships fail. The time spent with Gerry are ones that Theresa will always treasure and be grateful for. They continue to send one another well wishes despite the fact that their romantic relationship has ended. Gerry has spoken about how much he admires Theresa, and he and Theresa will always support one another. Their love and respect for one another has endured through all of life's twists and turns. It is nice to hear Theresa being forthright about why they split up. She has been forthright and honest about the challenges she had with Gerry, even though specifics regarding personal relationships are typically kept hidden in her culture. She is a living embodiment of the difficulties of love, particularly as one ages. Factors such as divergent future goals, emotional baggage, and outside influences can test the resilience of even the most passionate partnerships. They made amends and proceeded with mutual understanding and kindness after realizing their error. Is their next move something you can predict? Theresa remains hopeful for what is ahead, even in situations where romance is obviously out of the question. With an open mind and heart, she is ready to take on the future. Just like Theresa, Gerry is ahead of the curve since he approached their time together with gratitude and an open mind. Life goes on, he knows that. Although it may disappoint those expecting for a Golden Bachelor happily ever after, their divorce serves as a sad reminder that not every love story has a happy conclusion. Not everything goes according to plan, regardless of how strong a partnership is. It doesn't mean the work wasn't worthwhile, though. When their relationship ended, Theresa and Gerry had both grown much in self-awareness and understanding of partner needs. In your opinion, did Theresa make the correct choice by coming clean about her breakup with Gerry? What do you think are the additional outcomes that could arise from their relationship? On the flip side, are you of the belief that fate can step in when asked to do so? Leave a comment with your thoughts. The Golden Bachelor and other reality TV news may be found on our channel if you subscribe, comment, and like it. Be sure to stay tuned for further developments.